Hello everyone. In last lecture we have discussed about the nutrition in unicellular animals such as the amoeba and paramecium. Okay. Now in today's lecture we will discuss about nutrition in complex multicellular animals. Got it? And can you tell me name of some multicellular animals? Yes, man, grasshopper, fish, as well as frog. All these are different multicellular animals. Okay, and why I'm writing here complex? Because their system is so much complicated. Okay, yes, come to the point that all the processes involved in nutrition are performed by a combination of digestive organs. So these are the digestive organ. Okay, and this combination of digestive organs are known as the digestive system. Yes, this is known as digestive system. So we will now describe all the processes in the nutrition of complex multicellular animal by taking the example of nutrition in human. Okay, clear? So please note that it is a long tube structure. Look at the structure running from which start from the mouth to the anus of human being as well as in other animals also. Okay, in which digestion and absorption of food takes place is known as the alimentary canal. Okay, so this long tube like structure is known as the alimentary canal. Okay, so let us now study the nutrition in human being. Okay, that is, let us discuss about the human digestive system. Clear? Okay, so human digestive system, it consists of alimentary canal beta. Okay, alimentary canal is also known as the gut. Okay, this is also known as the gut, as well as it also consists of some gland, that is associated gland. You call it associated gland. Okay, or you call it accessory gland. Accessory gland means to say beta which is helping gland. Okay, so we call it associated gland or accessory gland. Okay, clear to everyone? Now, what are the main role of these? What are the main roles of these alimentary canal? Yes, can you tell me? Actually, these here in alimentary canal, look at this organ. Look at this part. Alimentary canal consists of these various organs. Okay, just give me a second. Let me erase this part, not this one. Hanji. So, alimentary canal consists of various organ beta. It consists of mouth, it consists of esophagus, stomach, gallbladder, okay, not gallbladder you can also write down, pancreas. Okay, it consists of many different organs. Okay, large intestine as well as small intestine. Okay, so all these organs collectively known as the alimentary canal. These organs are part of alimentary canal. Did you got my point na? And beside these organs na, there are some these organs. And what happens in the alimentary canal? Actually, these are the part where your food goes. Okay, goes into one part of the alimentary canal, then it goes toward the another part, and goes toward the another part, and it goes toward the another part. Okay, now what happened with this food? When the food goes into these organs, here digestion occur. Okay, now the question is, who will cause the digestion? The digestion is occurred due to accessory organs. Okay, accessory gland, or you also call it beta digestive gland. Okay, clear? The alimentary canal consists of different organs such as the mouth. It consists of pharynx. It consists of esophagus. It consists of stomach. It consists of small intestine as well as large intestine. Okay? So these are the different organs which are present in alimentary canal. Here digestion occur. In these organs, here digestion occur. Clear? Now can you tell me definition of digestion beta? Breakdown of complex food substances into the simpler form. Okay? Into the simpler form, I mean to say that the food that you are taking now, imagine this is your meal. Okay, here you are taking a part of carbohydrate, that is you are taking roti, and here rice is present, as well as some vegetables are also present. Okay, so vegetables are made in the oil, and roti, you eat roti with ghee or something else. Okay, so in your food these things are present in a very complex form. Whenever you take these food, now these are present in a very complex form. Complex form means to say they are present in the carbohydrate, protein, nucleic acid, fatty acid form. Okay, but these complex form of food cannot be absorbed by our body, and until your body cannot absorb it, now how it will goes toward a different part of your body. Yes, that's why it is very necessary to break down this complex food substance, that is carbohydrate, protein, fatty acid, and nucleic acid into the simpler form. Okay, and who will perform this function? Digestive glands. Okay, digestive glands releases, secretes some juices which are known as digestive juices, and they contain digestive enzymes. Okay, digestive enzymes they contain, and these digestive enzymes are responsible for the breakdown of complex food substance into the simpler form. Clear? Now let's talk about the digestive gland that produces these digestive juices. Okay, so first one is the salivary gland. Salivary gland produces some juices that having some digestive enzymes, and gastric gland. Okay beta, gastric gland, then there is a liver, pancreas, okay, as well as intestinal gland. Okay, so these are the different alimentary canal, different part of alimentary canal, and these are the associated gland. Okay, so all these collectively form the human digestive system. All these things are responsible for the digestion in human body. Okay, clear? Now, yes, here everything is given. Look at the diagram now. Now we will discuss each and everything in detail. First of all, we will discuss about the mouth, pharynx, esophagus, stomach, small intestine, large intestine. Then we will discuss about the digestive gland. Okay, beta. So let's start with the first part, that is mouth. And before starting the mouth part, let me introduce you with the word that is ingestion, digestion again. Okay, Hanji. So ingestion means to say, beta, intake of food. What do you mean it mean? It means to say intake of food, when you are putting food in your mouth with the help of hand. Okay, this is known as the ingestion. Simple, very simple thing. Okay, next one is the digestion. Digestion means to say, beta, yes, breakdown of complex food substances into simpler form, into simpler substance. Okay, like I mean to say, whenever you're taking food now, your food contain carbohydrate, your food contain protein, it contains some amount of fatty acid, okay, in form of any type of edible oil, the vegetable oils, okay, or you are taking ghee, butter in your food now, as well as nucleic acid, you are taking vegetables now. Okay, so these are the complex food substances. These things are, okay, these are complex. So we have to convert into this simpler form. So their simpler form are the glucose, fructose. When you break it now, these are the simpler form. Protein it is made up of amino acid. These are the simpler form. Fatty acid, glycerol, okay, plus fatty acid. Clear? 3 molecule of fatty acid, these are present. Nucleic acid, what contain nucleic acid? What is present in the nucleic acid, beta? Simpler form, very simple form is pentose, okay, ribose. Okay, these are the, I mean to say, nucleotides. If you break the nucleic acid, then you will get the different thing, nucleotides. Okay, that is, you will get, actually write down the sugar. Let me write it. Yeah. Okay, just give me a second. Hanji, sugar. Okay, as well as bases. ठीक है. So these are different things. So these are the simpler form. Okay, so we have to break these food component which is present in our food to this one, and who help in breaking these will break with the help of digestive enzymes. And who releases these are the digestive enzymes? These are present in a chemical in a type of digestive juices, and these digestive juices were secreted by the digestive gland. Okay beta. Now first part of our human digestive system is known as the mouth. Okay, or you also call it buccal cavity. We also call it buccal cavity. ठीक है, or you also call it oral cavity. Don't get confused, both things are same. Okay, हाँ जी, चलो. तो लेट्स टॉक अबाउट द बकल कैविटी, ओरल कैविटी और माउथ. तो बकल कैविटी एंड ऑल दीज थिंग्स कंटेन, these are made up of three things mainly. Okay, these are made up of three things, and these three things are known as, look at this, the roof of buccal cavity. Roof of buccal cavity, it is formed by the palate. Okay, floor, it will be roof. Floor of buccal cavity, it is formed by the floor of buccal cavity, it is formed by the tongue. Okay, while side of buccal cavity, it is formed by the teeth. Beta, did you got my point now? Okay, imagine this is your buccal cavity, imagine this is your mouth. Okay, so when you open your mouth now, the upper part of your mouth, okay, inside, look at inside your mouth, the upper part of mouth is known as the palate. Okay, and you observe in the lower part there are tongue is present na. So I mean to say lower part means to say floor, and side, inside of your mouth your teeth are present. Teeth are present here. Okay, so this is all about the mouth. Clear? Mouth part is roof, floor and sides. Okay, is it done to everyone? Okay, now let's talk about the palate beta. Palate, it is a hard bony structure. Okay, it is a hard bony structure. So first write down first point here, first heading, that is palate. It is a plate like structure. Plate like structure that will separate buccal cavity or your mouth to nasal cavity. Okay, nasal cavity. Let me draw it there. Imagine this is your nasal cavity and here is your buccal cavity. Both of these are separated by a plate like structure. This plate like structure is known as the palate. Okay, clear? So anterior part of palate is so hard. This part is known as the bony palate, while posterior part of plate is so soft because there is no bone is present. That's why known as the soft palate. Okay beta, so this is all about the palate. So what are the function of palate? It lies below the nasal cavity, and it is separated, and it is responsible for separation of nasal cavity to the buccal cavity. Okay beta, so hard palate form the roof of mouth. Clearly, is it clear? Okay, hard palate and soft palate both form the roof of mouth. Clear? Okay, an extension of this soft palate is known as the uvula. Okay, this is known as uvula beta. Clear? Now, chalo. Next one is the tongue. Okay, so let's talk about the tongue. So in our tongue, what is present? So what type of structure is tongue? Can you tell me? Yes, is it free anteriorly? है ना? Free anteriorly. Okay, and it is a muscular structure. Okay, here muscles are present beta. What type of muscle? Is skeletal muscle are present here. Okay, so it is free anteriorly, muscular structure as well as glandular structure. Why I am saying glandular? Because there are some glands are also present on the tongue. Okay, so what type of muscles are present? Is skeletal muscle, which is also known as the voluntary muscles. Voluntary muscle beta. Voluntary muscle means to say which are under your control. I mean to say whose movement can be controlled by you. If you want to speak, you can speak. Okay, if you want to shut your mouth, if you don't want to move your tongue, it is under your control. Okay, so such type of movement is known as voluntary. Okay, clear? And voluntary movement is due to the skeleton muscles. Okay, so basically in a very simple, in a word I just want to say skeleton muscle is under our control. These are the muscles whose movement is under our control. Okay, and here there is a richly supplied blood vessels are present. Okay, now let me draw structure of tongue beta. On the above structure of tongue, let me draw. Okay, let me draw here. Okay, so this is your tongue structure. Okay, so this part of tongue is known as the oral part of tongue. Just a second, let me take another color na, just to distinguish it, otherwise you will get confused in it. Hanji, so this part is known as the oral part of tongue. Okay beta, while this part which is not visible to you, the part which is visible to you na, this is known as the oral part of tongue, and the part which is not visible to you is known as the pharyngeal part of tongue. Pharyngeal part of tongue. Okay, why I am saying pharyngeal part beta? Because here na inside our buccal cavity, next part is known as the pharynx region. Okay, so let me show you it in the diagram beta. Let me show you here. Look at this. This is the mouth part, okay, and here pharynx part is present. This is the pharynx part, okay. So some part of your tongue, this red color indicate tongue. Some part of tongue is present in the oral cavity which is visible to you, and some part of tongue is present in the pharynx region which is not visible to you. Okay, that's why I am writing here pharyngeal part and the oral part. Clear? Now, on the upper surface of tongue, there are some structures are present on their upper surface beta. Okay, what type of structures actually? Protuberance, tiny, very tiny structures are present. Okay, so these are known as the papillas. These are known as papilla. Okay, papillae. So what are papillae? These are tiny protuberance on surface of tongue. Okay beta, so these papillas have actually different taste bud. Different taste buds have present here. So let me write down here. Here taste bud is present. Here taste bud is present for the sweet. Okay, here taste buds, tip and side, here salty taste buds are present. Salt, it is for salt. Okay, and here taste buds are also present for sour. While here there is a bitter taste buds are present. Taste bud for bitterness is present. Okay, clear? So these are taste buds. So write down having some taste buds. Having some taste buds. So due to which you are able to feel the taste of your tongue. Okay, so just write on the function. Just write on the function beta. That tongue is not only an organ of taste. Okay, so पहला function क्या हो जाएगा? What is the first function? This is organ of taste. Okay, this is the function. So this is not only the organ of taste beta, but it is also help in swallowing the food. Is it? It is also help in swallowing the food. Okay, and it is also essential for speech. I mean to say you are able to speak something. How you are able to speak something? If you want to speak touch, then what you feel? That tongue is touching na. Tongue is touching upper part of your tongue, upper part of your buccal cavity, is it? Or try to speak some any other word. Apple. What happens when you are saying apple? That time tongue is also touching different part of your buccal cavity. So speech, the words is pronounced. You pronounce any word, you are able to speak when tongue touches the different part of your buccal cavity. Is it clear to everyone? Okay, now these are the different function of tongue, and this is all about the structure of tongue. Okay, come toward the next part of a buccal cavity, which is known as the teeth. Okay, which is known as the teeth. Let's talk about the teeth. Okay, in our case we have different type of teeth. Actually our teeth, if I'm talking about the human digestive system, our teeth are heterodont, okay, diphyodont. Just give me a second, let me check here what's going on. Just a second, let me erase this thin line now. It will create difficulty. Hanji. Give me a second. Okay, so our dentition are heterodont, diphyodont. Is it clear to everyone? And as well as, now let me explain you all these things. Alright, why it's going to delete? It's deleted. Hetero. Okay, I have selected the eraser now, that's why it's going to delete. Okay, so let me explain you what do you mean by heterodont, then I will explain you what do you mean by diphyodont. Okay, heterodont, I am saying heterodont beta because we have different shapes and different size of teeth are present. Okay, jaws present in buccal cavity. Buccal cavity with different shape of teeth. Okay, different na, so different shape of teeth, it means to say it is known as the heterodont. Okay, it is known as heterodont. Hetero means to say different. Okay, so different type of teeth are present, this is known as the heterodont. But do you know, in some other organism, other organisms such as known as the crocodile, they have they have same type of teeth are present, which is known as the homodont dentition. Okay, but in case of human we have different type of teeth, which is known as the heterodont dentition. Beta, clear? Okay, now what are the different type of teeth? Look at the diagram. Look, these are the incisor. So how many incisor? 1 2 3 4. Okay, this is, so these are the dentition. Let me write down here. Let me check, is it given in the next slide or not? So I will show you, so that I will show you to you. Again it's going to erase now. Just a second, I'm going to erase all these things. Okay, now move toward the another slide so that I will show it to you. Hanji, here these are given. Yes, absolutely. Okay, beta. So we are talking about the dentition, na? So here there is a heterodont dentition. Okay, heterodontation means to say beta different types. So first one is the incisor. Okay, so write down incisor. It is denoted by I. Okay, now next one is the, what are the function of incisor beta? So can you tell me what you done with your front teeth? These are also known as the front teeth. Yes, front teeth beta, actually these are responsible for cutting the food. Okay, for cutting the food. Clear? So these are the incisor. How many are number? Can you tell me their number? Yeah, these are 4 in number. Okay, now let's talk about next teeth, which is, I'm going to write it there. Okay, incisor, and next one is the canine teeth. Okay, so write down canine, which is denoted by C, and these are known as the eye teeth. Why we call it eye teeth beta? Because these are in the lateral side of the eye. Eye is present somewhat here now. Okay, so these are present in the lateral side of eye. That's why known as the eye teeth. Okay, canines. Okay, it will be single N, not double N, single N. Okay, canine teeth, and these are for tearing tearing the flesh. Okay, and how many their number? These are 2 in number. And here I am talking about only upper jaw, not lower jaw. Okay, if I am talking about lower jaw, then it will be 8 in number, then it will be multiplied by 2, then it will be 4 in number. Okay, but here I am talking about the upper jaw only. This is the upper jaw region. Okay, now let's talk about next teeth, which is known as the premolar. It is denoted by PM. Okay, known as cheek teeth. Why we call it cheek teeth, beta? Because these are present on the side of here na, these are present. Premolar denoted by PM. So how many premolars are present here? There are 4 premolar. Now what are their function? These are for grinding. Okay, for grinding the food. Okay, now next one is known as the molar. Okay, next is known as the molar. That is M. Okay, this is also known as the cheek teeth, present in the cheek region, present in the side of our buccal cavity. Okay, these are also for grinding. And how many these are number? Their number is how much? Yeah, these are 6 in number, total 6. 3 this side. Okay, 3 1 molar, and molar, and while 3 this side, molar, and molar. Okay, so here I am talking about only upper jaw, not lower jaw. Better clear? And what this diagram indicate? Yes, can you tell me what this diagram indicate? This diagram indicate about the root. Okay, what about the roots? Clear? So these are the different roots present. Okay, now let's talk about these are the different type of teeth. Now these are the premolar, beta. Sorry, these are molar, and these are premolar, canine. Okay, so this is molar, premolar. Look at the structure of it, is very sharp now. That's why it is used for tearing the flesh. Okay, so this is canine, and here is the incisor, and this one also incisor. Okay, now let's talk about the diphodent. So is it clear? Heterodent, that we have different types of different shape of teeth are present. That's why which is known as the heterodentition. Okay, let's talk about the diphodent. What do you mean by the diphodent, beta? Okay, so in our case, in humans, 2 set of teeth appear during their lifetime. Okay, so 2 set of teeth, I mean to say 2 set of teeth appears during their life. Okay, beta, so this is known as the diphodent. Okay, so 2 type of teeth appear, means to say, yes, can you tell me, did you hear about the milk teeth, दूध के दांत in Hindi? Can you hear about this? Hanji, so milk teeth, we have milk teeth. You also call it temporary teeth. Okay, which is from 8th month to the 7th year approximate, and after 7 year or after 8 year, permanent teeth start appearing. They start appearing. Okay, clear? At the age of so their number is actually also different. Okay, their numbers are also different. So let me permanent teeth. Okay, if they will break now due to any accident or remove from your buccal cavity, then it will never appear again. That's why we have 2 times teeth appear now. That is known as diphodent. Okay, clear? Why do you know that there are some organisms, yes, in which teeth appear many times in their life, which is known as the polyphyodent. Okay, chalo. Now let's talk about the dental formula. Okay, so what do you mean by dental formula, beta? Yes, what do you mean by dental formula? Actually, I told you na that teeth appear two sets of teeth appear during lifetime. Okay, so there are some teeth that appear only one time in their life. Okay, that appeared only one time in the life, which is known as the milk teeth. Got it? So how many milk teeth are there? These they are arises at the age of 6 to 11 month. Okay, and these are 20 in number. Yes, milk teeth are 20 in number. Okay, while if I'm talking with the permanent teeth, let me write it there, permanent teeth. Permanent teeth. These are permanent teeth are appear at the age of 7 to 8 and these are 32 in number. Okay, chalo. Let me write it there. Hanji. Okay, so come toward this. So first of all, let me tell you about the formula of permanent teeth. How will you count? So here this is about the beta incisor, 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 incisor. These teeth are known as the canine. These two are the premolar, premolar, premolar. Okay, and these are molar. Is it clear? Is it clear to everyone? Now, how you will calculate the dental formula? Here we will calculate only this part. Only this part. Okay, only this part. Here we will take only this part first of all, then multiply by it 2. How you will write down the formula? Write down the formula. I am going to write it there. Yes, the formula is known as upper half jaw, half upper jaw, half upper jaw, oblique, half lower jaw. It means to say incisor, canine, premolar, molar upon incisor, canine, premolar, molar multiply by 2. Okay, you have to multiply it by 2. Okay, so how many incisors are present in half of the upper jaw? 2. Very good. How many canines are present? 1. How many premolars are present in half of the upper jaw? 2. How many molars are present in half of the upper jaw? That is 4. Okay, now same thing is present in the lower surface also. Then multiply by it by 2. Okay, here point means to say beta that you have to add it, not multiply it. Okay, point means to say you have to add it. Okay, keep this in your mind. To 4 to 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, clear? Okay, just a second. Okay, so add it. Okay, just a second. Here you have to write in 3 actually, not 4. Sorry for that, because here 3, 1, 1, 2, 3 is given nicely. Okay, so 3 upon 2, 3. Now 3 to 6, 6, 3 to 5, 6, 7, 8 and 8. It will be 8 upon 8 multiplied by 2, but don't cut it like just like your math. Okay, don't divide it, otherwise it will become 1 by 1. No, it is 8 to the 16 upon 8 to the 16. Okay, multiply and then add this time you have to. Now look at the number 32. So how many permanent teeth are present? 32 in number. Okay, let's do same thing with the with milk teeth. Okay, milk teeth. Okay, so here I am going to erase this part and then I will tell you that which teeth is not present in case of children. Yes, so same formula will apply. Half of the upper jaw, this will. Okay, so let's talk about the incisor. How many incisors will be present in case of children? Can you tell me just how many incisors can be present? How many incisors present in children? Yes, actually there are 2 incisors. Same thing is also present in children. These things are present. Okay, this is also present. Okay, and in case of children, no premolar. Keep this in your mind. No. In case of children, no premolar is present. Okay, while there is no one molar is also present. This will not present in case of children. So we have to calculate this part. Okay, so there will 2 incisor, correct. There is 1 canine, absolutely correct. How many premolar beta? 0. How many molars? 2. Okay, 2.1.0.2 multiplied by 2. Then it will be 3 to 4, 5. 5 upon 5 multiplied by 2 equal to 5 to the 10. 5 to the 10 equal to 20. Got it now? So how many milk teeth are present, children? 20 milk teeth are present. Means to say these are the teeth that will appear only one time in their life. and these are known as the monophyodont. Mono means to say that appear only one time, while these are the teeth that appear two times in their life, which is known as the, yes, diphodont. Clear to everyone? Okay, so this is all about the buccal cavity. Buccal cavity contain palate, it contain tongue, and it contain teeth. Now these things are completed. Come toward the next part of your alimentary canal. Okay, this is known as the pharynx. The very simple, very simple. Look at this. Here the nasal cavity. So this part is the pharynx region. This is the part which is the pharynx region. Yes, this only part. Only this part. This part is the pharynx region, beta. Okay. So is it a wide opening at the back of mouth? Yes. So what is this? It is the opening. Wide opening. Wide opening in back of mouth. Okay, and it consists of three parts. Which part, beta? Nasopharynx. Nasopharynx is the part where nasal cavity open, है ना? Okay, so is the part where nasal cavity open. Nasal cavity open in pharynx region. The part of pharynx where nasal cavity open. Next one is the oropharynx. Oral cavity open. Okay, and last is the, not hypopharynx, actually you have to write down laryngopharynx. Okay, so let me write it there. It should be laryngopharynx, or you can also write down hypopharynx. Laryngopharynx, where larynx open. Okay, this is the larynx part. Okay, larynx part. We will discuss about the larynx part later. Don't worry about it. We will discuss it in the breathing topic. Okay, when we will discuss about the respiration. The larynx part. Okay. Now look at the diagram. Actually, there are two tubes are also present in this diagram. Yes, one is this tube. Can you see these? Other is this tube. Okay. Other is this tube. So this backside tube with this dorsally located tube is known as the esophagus. Ventrally located tube is known as trachea. And both of these tubes open into a common place which is known as the pharynx. Okay, which is known as the pharynx. Clear? So write down, provide place for opening of, or you can also write down that it is a common opening of trachea, which is known as the windpipe, and esophagus, which is known as the food pipe. बोलो जी, clear है? Okay to everyone? Okay beta. Clear? So this is only about the pharynx. Don't get confused. Okay? Only things. Now, let's talk about this back part. First of all, esophagus. Because about the trachea, we will discuss about trachea in the topic respiration. Okay? Esophagus is related to your digestive system. Now, let me show you here diagram. Yes, look at the diagram. Look at this diagram now. Look at this tube-like structure. This tube-like structure is known as esophagus. Okay. So it is actually food pipe through which food is passing from mouth to the buccal cavity. Okay. Clear? So what is esophagus? It is a narrow tube-like structure. Narrow muscular tube, beta. Here also muscles are present na. And the question is, which type of muscle, ma'am? There are two type of muscle is present. In upper very low part, there is skeletal muscle present. Skeletal muscle. Why skeletal muscle? Because here it will help in the swallowing of food, na? Swallowing of food. And here is smooth muscles are present. Smooth muscle. Okay. So narrow muscular part which connect mouth to stomach. Okay, I mean to say it provide passage for the food from mouth to stomach. Okay, and it open into a sac-like structure which is known as the stomach. Is it clear to everyone? Okay, beta. Now, so this is all about the esophagus. Let's talk about the stomach. Okay, so what you observe, is it a J-shaped structure? Yes, absolutely. This is a J-shaped structure. J-shaped muscular bag-like structure. Okay, it is a J-shaped muscular bag-like structure. Clear? Okay. Yes. So actually, it is a elastic bag-like structure. Clear? Now, but the question is where it is located. Let me show you this diagram again. Come toward this side. Yes. So, where it is located? It is located on the left side. Okay, left side of the abdomen. Now, the question is, what do you mean by abdomen, ma'am? So, let me explain this to you also. This is your face. This is your neck. This is your part of body where lung is present. Okay, and this is part where the diaphragm is present. Okay, so and here is your leg. Okay, so this part below the diaphragm part, this part is known as the abdomen, and part where your lungs is present, which is known as the thoracic cavity. Okay, thoracic. So in abdomen region toward the left side of your body, stomach is located. Okay, so write down. So write down located in the left abdomen, left side of abdomen. Okay, yes, clear to everyone. And it consists of three part. Okay, so what are the different part? It consists of three part. First part is known as the cardiac. Why this part is known as cardiac, beta? Because this part is very close to the cardiac means to say heart. Okay, that's why. And the next part is known as the fundus part. Okay, just give me a second. Okay, so this is the fundus part. Okay, and this part is known as the pylorus part. Pylorus part. Okay, so this is not part of stomach. This is not part of stomach. This is part of your small intestine, which is known as the duodenum. Is it clear to everyone? Okay, so fundus, cardiac, fundus and pylorus, these are the three part of your stomach. Okay, clear? Now the question is, which part is attached to the esophagus? Cardiac part. Cardiac attached to esophagus. Okay, clear? While pylorus part of stomach is attached to duodenum. Okay, and duodenum is the part of a small intestine. Okay, about the duodenum we will discuss it in the next lecture, don't worry. Okay, so these are the things. Is it clear to everyone? Okay. Now so the part we have discussed in today's lecture is the first of the mouth. So when you are taking food with the help of mouth, then food goes into the pharynx region, then goes into the stomach via esophagus. Is it clear to everyone? Okay, but there are two main structures are present here. So let me discuss it about the two main structure also, but in the next lecture. Okay, so that's all for today. Thank you and have a nice day.